We are live. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Luxury Live Show. I'm your host, Amy, and I have my co-host, Kat L, with me. It's TGIF, August 1st. Oh my gosh, it's already August. Crazy. The summer has passed by
Crazy,
so fast.
crazy.
I'm so happy that we're finally having some hotter weather. Like, where's the
Mm.
summer? Like it's finally here. Today, we have a very special topic. It's a topic that we don't always talk about because we always talk about what we unboxed, what we actually bought, or what we regret buying, or regret selling, wish lists, etc. But we don't really talk about bags that we almost bought, and we're so glad we didn't, but almost did. So we're gonna share some slides with you, and it'll be a nice chit chat. In the meantime, if you guys can share some of the bags that you almost bought but didn't, and you're so glad you didn't end up buying it, please do. And we'll go through some of those in a minute. And here for today's show, um, the calendar is up. So this is the August calendar. It should be up on both of our community tab. And we have a lot of topics this month. It's a
Mm.
longer month, 5 weekends. And so, yeah, that's what we're looking at in terms of topic. We also have Jesse at the end of the month and some sharing for members, etc. Okay, let's start off with the ones that Kat wanted to tell you about.
Okay. So I think I ordered the slides from the most recent to the past. I think I did. If I made a mistake, I will say so. But this is the most recent, and I was actually in Japan and I talked about it. This is a vintage Gucci um, bamboo handle. I think that's what the name's called. It's a bag that I actually owned before. I owned it, I think maybe just before COVID, so pre-pandemic, and I actually sold it because, well, I did say that the bamboo handle was quite hard to maintain, because I think I kept it in the cupboard, and then Malaysia and Singapore here, it's just so freaking humid. So when you were saying it's finally hot, and I'm like, really? Can it get
Yeah.
any hotter? It has been like a heat wave here in Singapore. It's so hot. It hasn't
Mhm.
rained. It feels like an oven. So anyway, um, coming back to the bag, I had the bag, but the handle got moldy because just of the moisture. And then I freaked out a little bit. And I sold it, and I sold it for a huge loss. I'm telling you, it was like, God, I probably blanked it out from my head because half price probably. I got it because I wanted a bag for work that was a little bit more understated. And this is Gucci. You wouldn't know it's Gucci unless you know it's Gucci. It's very iconic. No logos. It just has the bamboo handle that is a standout part of the bag. So anyway, it's not that I am missing the bag. However, when I was in Tokyo, I was going to this store called Atlantis. Atlantis, Tokyo. I think they are a little bit more viral on IG because they're quite social savvy. So I went into the store, and there were bags, a typical kind of vintage secondhand store. If you've been to some in Japan, the bags tend to be older. They're definitely well loved. All right, many of them are definitely well loved, unlike the ones that we see in Singapore, practically brand new, pristine in condition. They are bags that are the part of that reuse, repurchase ecosystem. Anyway, saw this bag and I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of miss it. So I had a moment. And then I met Yuji, who is the owner, and he was so sweet. He was chit-chatting with me and telling me this is great, this is vintage, it's much bigger. And it is. It's much bigger. It has a back pocket, if I'm not mistaken, and it has strap. I mean, it was like, hey, why did Gucci decide to reissue it and shrink it, because this was significant. This would be a great bag. Like, I would not, probably if mold didn't happen to my bag, I would have kept this, because another problem that I had in a new version, it was a little bit too small for work. This is actually decent size. And guess the price. Oh my God. I think he gave me a further discount. I'm not sure if that is, you can see that. 86,000 yen. That's about
Oh, really?
yeah.
I
Let me
don't
just
know
double
the
check.
yen how much, but wow, that's so cheap.
Yeah, 86,000 yen. Let me just double check to see. Yeah, okay, 750 Singapore
Okay,
dollars.
still
But
not
then
bad.
you get tax, and then he'll deduct a bit of tax off it some more. I have to tell you,
Tempting.
it was extremely tempting. The condition, older bag, but I knew that if I were to buy this bag, I would just maybe send it to a secondhand, one of those spas here, and get it buffed up a bit. Decent, no smell, nothing. Scratches, yes. Peeling, yes. But honestly, I think $1,000 or so, you would probably get it here, right? So, wow, so tempting. Anyway, I walked out, and I'm glad I didn't buy it, because I think it was more of the temptation of the price than I really need a bag like this right now. So yeah, I managed to peel myself out of that store and say, look, I know it's cheap, but I don't need it. So wow, I'm glad. Now that I'm sitting back here, I'm like, oh, it was a really good deal. But honestly, I can do without. So yeah, proud of myself for getting out of the store, because it was tough. It was hard.
Good on you. I mean, it's so hard to resist, especially it is such a good deal, and you own the bag before, so it's not like you don't know this bag. It did
Correct.
look really nice on you, I will have to say, on the mod shot.
Oh, and I have to add one more thing. Because it's an older piece, the handle is longer. It's a little bit of a bigger bamboo. So you can actually put it at the crook of your arm. I could even roll it up to my shoulder, but obviously that's not it's tight lah, but I could. So it's actually a bigger bag. And you're right, because I owned it, I knew the flaws of the version that I have. I thought it would fit, much more, but I could put an umbrella in this. It was like, why did they change the size? So, if you could go back to the past and this was the bag then, I think I would probably still have it, because it's actually quite substantial in terms of a bag at $700. Oh my gosh. The one that I paid was 7,000 ringgit. So about 6 times the price. Crazy.
I wish, I know that, it's all natural, like all the raw material is natural, bamboo is natural, but I wish that, because this is a known or a common problem, because where you live, you're at the equator, basically, right? Like we just talked about how hot it is where you are. It's hot all year round. It's humid. Unless it's here, no problem. But I wish they had a version where the bamboo is just, it's just like not plastic, but like bamboo material, but it's not, so that it won't mold. That way it won't have this problem.
That's true. Yeah, don't have to be real bamboo, right?
Yeah, it's just a handle. It's sort of like the metal parts, they're just metal. And let me think. Like in Chanel, for example, like the Chanel, the 22, it has like the Chanel in front. The one, my small, it has the white letters. Those are just plastic, I'm sure. It's fine. That's too bad.
I feel like it was because of to bend bamboo and keep it in this shape, is actually you got to bend and burn and bend and burn until you get it this way. I guess it's one of those, yeah. crafts that they want to show off, right? Show and maintain in this Gucci line. It's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't. So I don't regret it. I do feel like, it was a good deal, but it's not like deep regret. It's like,
Yeah.
if I had
No,
spare
good on
cash
you.
lying around, sure.
There's always going to be something else, right? So
Correct.
good on you.
Oh my gosh. So this was more of like, considering it, right? I saw I think I saw this bag at least 3 times. And the one time that made me like, I think I'll get it. Like I think I might consider buying it. Consider, not buy it, but consider buying it, was when I saw a lady at the gym and she was carrying this bag sort of like crossbody, and she put so many things in it, and I was like, wow, that's a good bag. That's a good bag. That's a good bag from Chanel. That's a good bag. So I managed to try it a few times. Tried it in Japan, and it was last year. Then I tried it with, this was a picture of Joe. And yeah, it actually fits so much. It's, even though it's so flat, but the way I think it's very soft and almost this square shape, and it's easy to get in and out of. It really fits a lot. Like its looks can be deceiving. So nice. But man, it's expensive. I think it was under $7,000, something like that. I think it continues to be quite popular because maybe not on social media, but at Chanel, it actually still stays to be quite popular because they never have the black, always sold out. So my SA actually texted me, was telling me, say, oh, they have a black version. Texted me once, went into the store, I saw it once, but I still walk away because it's just a lot of money. And I'm glad I didn't get it because, again, just like before, I have a lot of bags. So I think right now is going to be a theme for the rest of the slides. I already have bags that I don't know, serve a similar purpose, crossbody bag, whatever. If I don't use a crossbody bag, I'll just use my Uniqlo bag. So it has to be something I feel like super spectacular for me to open my wallet right now. And though, yes, I can justify every possibility for this bag, it's just too expensive. So that just underlines everything. Like I can't right now because it's so it's a little bit out of my reach, at least where I'm going at. So yeah, I do think about it on and off, and I look at my picture in my phone. I'm like, yeah, nice, good, useful for me, useful. So
It's funny when you said, oh, when your essay texted you, if that were to happen to me, like if I had an essay, first of all, because I no longer have a Chanel essay, but if I had an essay and my essay texted me, it's like, oh, we have a black one now, I would have bought it already. But that's me, obviously. I totally get it. Like it is very hard to say no to a Chanel, especially one that is very sought after. This bag, by the way, is a re-edition of a vintage bag. So I don't know if maybe the lady that you saw at the gym, did she actually have this newer version or did she have an older version? Because the older version is quite large and it does fit a lot. It's just ever so slightly different, but basically the same shape. And I remember because I think even right before, I think it was right before this launch, or maybe it was around the time that this launch, I was actually looking at some vintage ones, not necessarily like very old ones. It's just that the previous one that from their archive, and I was so tempted. Like I was kept looking at Fashion File for it. I never really ended up almost buying it because from Fashion File, customs, USD exchange, never really worth it. And plus, I like to see the bag in person. But I was looking a lot at the older style. And so when they came out with this current version, I actually like the size better. For me, you guys know, right? I do prefer the smaller versions of anything. So even the one that you're trying on right now, I'm not sure. Is that the? I'm not sure what Chanel calls it. Is that the
One is small and
small?
one
It
is,
smells good. Yeah.
you know what? The first picture is I'm very confused with the sizing. I think that one is called small, but the beige one and the one that I'm like just the bag itself and the last picture, I think that's called mini. But
Okay.
I
There's a
think
shorter
so.
one, which is an SLG one, I think.
Oh no, not the SLG one.
Yeah. No, not that one. Yeah. Yeah, the small,
I don't know.
or the mini. Actually, I like the mini. It's quite nice. Like the two last slides is quite like it's
Yes.
proportion wise is very
That's the
nice.
one I was looking at, and
Mm,
gosh, 7,000. You know, I mean, like,
it is expensive. Yeah.
ayo.
It's funny because it came out right around the 22, because this is the 31, right? The 31, but it came out right
Right.
around the 22. So it was always the 22 was more available. So it was always like, oh, they only got the 22. So I always end up buying the 22, which is great. I love the 22, but this just gives it a bit more of that, um, not dressy, but a little bit more put together vibe versus the 22, which is very, very casual. So
It's a
yeah,
very pretty vibe.
it is.
Oh well, I'm gonna pull this comment out, Jen. I feel like you don't have really deep regret though, Kat. I don't, yeah. I think in my like I say I regret things, but I don't really regret things. Like I don't
You're actually
like
glad you didn't buy it though.
yeah, I don't regret it. I feel like whatever, like just don't I feel like but moving along, okay, moving along, whatever. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this bag, I I'm glad I ended up not buying it because I feel that the price is expensive, but I still wanted something new from the line. And I managed to actually place an order for this. But with everything that I went through, the deposit, the whole waiting, I feel I would have quite a bit of
Resentment.
resentment on this bag
Mm-hmm.
because like having two, like I think I can deal with the small one. Like the small one is sort of like, okay, like I managed to just snag it through then online. But this one was no online. This one was through the whole purchase, waiting, tell me to cancel the order, try and I mean, I don't know. Probably again blanked it out from my brain because it's just so unnecessarily traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a damn bag. But I feel like I think if I got it now, I would feel very unsatisfied. Yeah.
What if
I
that
don't.
didn't happen though? Would you be happy with the purchase?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think I would generally. Yeah, I think so. I think there would be that feeling like how I bought my Bottega, where order, get, enjoy. But this
Yeah.
one just felt very. Yeah, I just didn't feel like good anymore. Just like
Yeah.
and plus with it being expensive. Now, if it was like 2,000, 3,000, I don't think okay lah, I managed to get it. But this was a lot of money. This was like almost 7. This was 6, 9. It was a gamble on this bag as well, right? Because you cannot see it in the store. There is, I think, only 2 people I remember seeing online unboxing it. It's supposed to be leather, blah blah, and all that. I was excited when I actually placed my arm. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just place it. That excitement dissipated so bad, so fast, like. So I feel I can honestly feel like if I have that bag, it won't hold that kind of appreciation, right? To some extent, like you say, resentment, like when you pick it up, you're always like, This bag, I tell you, put me through hell, 6 months of waiting or 5 months of waiting, and then tell me to cancel, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So, if I ever want it again, right? If I ever want it and I decide that one day I'll just collect them again, I'll just buy them from the resale market. Because I do see it on the resale market and the price is not that much off from what they were selling at retail. In fact, some are a little bit cheaper because maybe some people are trying to get rid of it. Like, dang.
It's so true that when you have a sour experience, which I'm sure happens to all of us, whether you bought the item or not in the end, it does tarnish how you feel about the item, even though the item may not have anything wrong with it. It's just that you remember the experience, and then it's frustrating, right? At the end of the day, what you go through. Yes, you can forget about it, but it did happen. So it's a little bit hard when it comes to I think well, in your case it was a little just disorganization from LV as in general. I don't think it was necessarily, I don't know if it was necessarily your essay or if it's just like the whole
No,
system of
it's the
how.
whole thing. Like you said,
Yeah.
disorganized, just disorganized, right?
Yeah.
And keeping the customer in the dark. Yeah, all of that, right? So I'll give you another example of where I feel, for me, when I buy a bag, especially if there's an experience tied to it, is my Dior Montaigne. Remember that bag from a while back?
Yeah.
The one with the flap closure. Forgot, is it called
Mm-hmm.
Dior? 30 Dior Montaigne, 30 Montaigne. That had a bad, like, I was going through shit at work. It was so bad, and the whole, like, I can remember it like that, like me, and like so tied to the bag.
Mm-hmm.
The bag, and the bag turned out to be not that great. Oh my god. So, firstly, I remember going to Japan, tough time at work there, all alone, and yeah, it was really rough. And then plus at that trip, I fell down, I twisted my ankle. It was just a
Oh.
horrid time. I walked into Dior. It happened to launch. I bought it out of, like, retail therapy. But I always associated that bag with this trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus when I came back, the bag was like, a bit too small. It's like, what in the world? So this is probably could be another situation like that, right? Fast forward to
Right.
another year or so. So I think, you know what? Thinking about it, but like, yeah, I'm glad I decided to cancel the order and just say, like, screw you. Forget it.
We live and learn. I think that's the beauty of, with all these chats about, regrets or almost regret. It's just nice to go through them and to talk about it, because you kind of just see not necessarily the growth every time, but like, I think the moral of the story at the end of the day is there's always going to be something else. Always.
Yes.
Even if
Always.
it was a true regret, like I have some true regrets, but I'll live. It's fine, Which we will talk about. It's in one of the topics this month as well. Later on this month.
Okay. So to your point, right? There'll always be another bag. So, if you've been in the Hermes store, when you get offered a bag, it is really hard to say no.
Correct.
We can say, just say no. But when you are put in that situation, it is hard. It's hard because your essay, either if your essay is really nice to you, is them trying to get you a bag, right? They offer you something.
Mm-hmm.
Or you are waiting for a bag and they just pull out something from the wrap, from the hat, like, ooh, and they offer you something. So stepping away is not easy. Okay, it's not easy.
It's not.
So I was actually offered this bag because I was telling my essay, and this was my old essay. I said, I want another Constance, and I Oh, I want another bag, and I don't mind a Constance. But I don't know, maybe that time was still the peak of Hermes. Like, it was still really, really difficult to get things and stuff. So anyway, he opens up this bag, asks me, you want not this bag? And I have never heard of this color before, but apparently it's one of the neutrals. It's the color Craft. It's a chef leather, gold hardware, Constance 18. And when if you're in Hermes, you've been there, the lighting is the worst, right? It's not like our white lighting, it's this orangey tinge. Maybe in your store, I don't know, but it's orangey,
No, it is
soft.
orangey.
Yeah, soft color. So when I opened the bag and I was like, I'm not sure. Is it, it's cool tone.
Is it though? I'm not
It's
even
like,
sure
I
myself.
don't know, man. Anyway, it's a poopy, and I was like, oh, it's a little bit of a poopy color, isn't it? And obviously, my essay is like, no, it's still a neutral. It's one of the neutral. It's part of the neutral brown family, etc., etc. So it was hard. Anyway, and I said no. Walked away thinking like, oh my god, am I gonna get another bag? Hey, fast forward to about a month later, or less than a month, I got my black Constance box
Yeah.
leather.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad I didn't just say yes. Very tempting because it's okay. It's not the most favorite color, but I could make it work. So in my head, I'm like, I could make this work. It's a brown that I use. I like browns. Just gotta wear maybe a bit more cool tone or something. I don't know. Something
Nah,
about it. Cool tone,
nah.
warm tone. Maybe wear warm tone.
Your statement, I could make it work. It's not untrue, but nah, you won't feel the same way
Correct.
about it.
So
You'll
that's
think about
exactly
the
my
whole.
mindset there. I was like, yeah, I could make it work. And I loitered around the store a little bit. And the lighting is a bit deceiving. And I was like, yeah, maybe can I wear this? So the whole justifying the purchase was going through my head, right? Oh, make it work, wear this, maybe don't wear that, wear gold, everything, huh?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I thought, it's not 100% yes. So I had to say no, which is really hard as well. So it's a double whammy. It's actually easier to say yes, but to say no, it's hard. So there I go. I'm like, yeah, no. In the end, I just said, look, I think it's a hard color for me. So yeah,
Color is
managed
so
to.
important because I only agree partially that saying yes is easier. It's only easier in the moment, but in the long term, you'll actually regret, oh, what if I didn't? And then I could have just waited for the actual color I want or the actual bag I want. And it's
Yeah,
always going to be a constant, like, what if in your head, right? And
right,
because it's not your color, like, color is so important, more important than leather. Because it's not your color, you'll always be like, oh, it's a little off when you go to wear it. And sometimes, in my case, every time I got the color wrong, I want to wear the bag. I go and get it. I put stuff in it only to take it all out and then use another bag because it doesn't go with the outfit and it just doesn't go with the vibe. And I just don't feel like wearing that color because it's not the color. And it's
yeah.
funny, I didn't put the Constance as an almost for me, but this reminds me a lot of the story I had in Hawaii because I was chasing for the Constance. And although my essay never, so in your case, he actually showed you the bag, right? He opened it, you could see it. So in my case, my essay said, we have a navy color for you, palladium, it's Epsom. And I was just like, oh, blue. I'm like, any color but blue, right? I'm like, do you have any other color? It's not like I can't pull off blue, right? Navy is still quite dark, but it's just not the color. And I even asked, I'm like, could I see it? Because if that's a problem with me, like if I see it, I would be even more tempted to say yes. Because I like in my head, I'll do all these justifications. But luckily, it was never shown to me. But she said, if you want it, it's right. Like I have it reserved for you. But if you don't want it, I'd rather not show it to you, which I actually appreciate better. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I was there for a week. I was like, I hope you get more things. Like, I hope you get another Constance from me, like, or just anything else that is
Mm.
in a color. It's still in the neutrals, but you know, in a color but blue, you know, any neutral but blue. So it turned out to be a good decision because at the end of the week, I got what I wanted, right? So, but it is so hard to say no, especially when you actually see the item. It's actually even worse because you're more tempted to get it because you can try it on, right? So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big one.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Ask,
And
have you used your Constance yet?
no, forget it. You should ask me when. No, you should ask me like, is your Constance still in the box? How do you ask me? Like, I think it'd be surprising. Like, when I use my Constance, I will find the time. It will happen this year. Okay, we
It
still
will
have
happen.
another
Okay, we're waiting.
4 months.
Oh, this is
Oh,
so nice. I want this bag.
okay. So okay.
Or I want this
Firstly,
color, I should say. I want this color.
so unlike the previous bag where the color is poopy, this is actually a really nice color. Gris Pearl, gold hardware, Togo 25.
So nice.
So the story is, I got offered this bag when I told you. I got offered this bag. I forgot. Okay. Because I was sick and tired of waiting for my Birkin 25 gold on gold.
Oh, okay.
Right. I went into store and I let it go. I let my SA have it. Not in like shouting manner, but I vented my frustration. And I said, look, it's not you, but I am so, this is annoying. I've waited for so long. I just don't understand. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody's getting back to and I said, look, it's so difficult. I have done it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm waiting. You make me buy this. I bought the other bag. Make me pay so much for the box bag. I bought other things. And then you hold me hostage for the Kelly as well. And I still don't get my bag. I was like sick of it. And then my SA goes, woo, running around, runs to the back, comes out and says, okay, I tell you, I have a Gris Pearl Togo gold hardware.
Your
You want or
essay
not?
is
Take for you now.
Nice.
Take for you now. Then and you think? I was like, in my head, I was like, wait a minute. Did I just manage to yell my way into this store? And I was like, for me being the rebellious this child, ungrateful child, I said, I don't want it. I don't want. It's very nice. The manager comes out, not bad lah. The color is actually quite nice. And I'm like, no, I just want my gold Birkin. How hard is it? And my husband's like, funny. I said, okay. Don't angry, don't angry. Okay. We can just say, okay. And I obviously that I made it worse by saying, and I want K stamp. I'm so embarrassed again. But honestly, out of the many years with Hermes, this is my first time I stomped my feet, okay? I'm like, I mean, obviously in an adult way, I was like, no, I just want my Birkin gold. Okay, I just want. I feel like I'm laughing at myself because I said something like that, huh? I said, and I want it K. Okay, since I have to wait already, I will wait. Don't offer me any other bags. I will wait. I've already waited 2 years. Give me a K. And long story short, I'm glad I didn't take this because I'll always be thinking, where's my cool Birkin? Why is it so hard to get this bag? I finally got it. How many months ago? I don't know, a few months ago. Yeah. So the moral of the story is don't take it. Even though it's a great color, it really is, unlike the poopy one before, you gotta get the one that you want. It'll come. It's a bit painful, but yeah. I did go home thinking like, oh my gosh. Ah.
No, you did right, because this is a great color for a lot of people, but it's not for you because you didn't keep any of the white bags you had before. They're all gone. So it clearly,
gone.
any of the light color bags doesn't work for you. So it would have been the wrong color anyway for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
anyway.
this light color made it easier for you to say no as well, because
True.
even though it's a dreamy color for a lot of people, me including, but I think for you, since you already experienced 2 previous light color Constance and Kelly, it would have been repeating the same mistake if you took it.
Yeah. So I'm glad, but please don't repeat storm foot thing. It was just I was really frustrated. I feel like I was venting in my essay, and I'm very blessed that he took action, but it's 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 like a plaster on something that, like, look, you churn out gold Birkins like biscuits. They're like pop, 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 pop. But why am I not getting it? I don't get it. So
Timing.
yeah, timing. Forgot, you passed it to the person before me. You gave it to the first timers first because you know I'm already a long-term customer. So you just hold the bag. So that was where I was telling my essay. I said, the frustration is not that I'm not buying. I don't mind. But I feel like I'm always not thought about when I'm asking for this bag. You're giving all kinds of excuses. And then they end up with this one to give me because probably most people would say, okay lah, fine lah, just give me the bag. But I was at my tails. I was like, end already, like wits end, like that's it. This is annoying.
Awesome. Thank you, Kat, for sharing. So let me go through some of mine. So my order is from oldest to newest. So unlike Kat, she did recent. So newest to oldest, I did the other way around. The Dior Book Tote. So when this bag just about launched, I guess at the time when this bag came out, I was still very much into Chanel and even LV. And so I was kind of dabbling into all the other, like Valentino, Fendi, like I was dabbling into every brand. In fact, I think when this bag came out, I even went and because I didn't end up buying it, I went and bought a vintage on eBay, the clutch, the vintage version, just to have the print. But I will tell you, like, I pass by the Dior store every time, and then I always tried it. Maybe you guys didn't know because I didn't talk about it that much, but I was kind of all over the print for some reason. I don't know why. There's something about it that even to this day, when I see someone travel with it or someone walk with it, I'm like, ooh, it's the oblique print. And I'm glad I never bought it because as nice as it looks, as cool as it looks, I am very aware of how inefficient and impractical this bag is. There's literally nothing to it, just an opening and 2 handles. So, I mean, no security. As a travel bag, it looks cool, but oh my gosh, your things will topple off and it's probably not durable because it's a fabric. So, I love the idea of it, but I'm glad I never pulled the trigger because you guys know also, right? Dior, they give very, very good service, unlike other stores.
Mm.
So, it makes you even want to buy it more. But I'm glad in the end I never did because it's a bag that I'll just notice from afar and admire from afar, and that is good enough. But yeah, I was all over this bag for many years actually.
This size, or you want wait, but it was long ago, right? So
Well,
yeah, they
this
only had
size
this
is the
size.
first size that they came out with, remember? So that's when
That's
I was
right.
really like, ooh, like really, really curious. I know eventually they made the medium, they made the small, and now they have a mini. Those sizes, I think they're cute. I think if I really wanted something in this print, a more manageable size would be to get the medium or the small. But
Mm.
because I never got into it, like I never got it, right? So for me, it was just the idea of in fact, I actually like the look of the larger size, the original, but it's just so impractical. And I don't think I would I know the smaller sizes are actually better as an everyday bag, but it's just not the same vibe. And so I think for me, if I bought those, it would just be to sort of satisfy my initial want, and it would not be the same. It's still not the same bag. Um, so yeah, it is this size. It is the original larger size that I actually wanted. But it's more for the
Yeah.
vibe of it, like, if I compare this to anything else, plus I'm glad I never got it because you guys know me and big bags just don't work, and as a travel bag, even if it's just, like, a justification, it would never work either because it's just not practical, but it's the idea of it, like, it's just so cool. There's nothing else that really even I think of the Deauville. The Deauville doesn't have the same structure as this, even though I think the Deauville is actually a bit more practical because it has a double strap, it has at least a magnet to close it up. But in terms of
Mm.
the structure and the vibe, I think this is just so cool looking, at least when it came out, and I know that there's still people that like it. I guess the price point also wasn't bad when it first came out, if you guys remember. I think it was around 4
Mm.
thousand. So it was sort of like, oh, it's easy to justify as well. And it would have been a 3,000-4,000 that I know at the end of the day, like, if I did own it, I would not really use it that much. It's really just the idea that I'm in love with more. But, in the end, I'm just glad I never ever got it. But I do love it still. Like, I love to look at it. I love to, like, see it in the wild.
Yeah. If you did get it, it'll be in your I'm glad I sold it.
I know. It would be. It's one of those things, like, I not only is my rule to not get larger expensive bags. Like, I'm not against buying larger bags. I own larger bags that I do use for traveling purpose or whatever, but they they're not often used. Therefore, I don't want to spend luxury amount money on those. They should be just very practical and just used once in a while. And so the idea of this is great, but in practicality, yeah, it would be a regret purchase because it's a lot of
Mm,
money sitting there unused a lot, right?
for
Okay.
sure.
Oh, I didn't delete this slide. Oh, I thought I did. Okay. Because I ended up putting more. I put more than 5. So the Jodie, the mini Jodie, I think I said even on a live at the time it was still public. I don't think we had a membership yet. I even said on the live that I actually ordered it. It was on the way. Ordered it from Matches Fashion. It was on its way to me,
Mhm.
but it was held at customs, and I never really got a reason why they held it. I think because I had ordered several things in that same package, including the bag, and then there were some jeans. So I think the value was very high, and they somehow didn't like it. They held it. They never delivered it because it was taking so long. Like, it was just held for so long. And at that point, I was just so frustrated with. Actually, I was frustrated with customs, but it was customs and DHL. They're working together, I guess, or they're the ones who have to pass on to customs and then continue to deliver, right? So eventually, I just asked for the package to be returned to sender. So although this bag was actually on the way to me, supposedly, I never actually saw it. But I was really, really into it at the time. I think Bottega had a huge, I mean, everyone got a Bottega bag. I almost got it. I never ended up getting it. This was the one that I wanted, this exact color that I ordered. I guess I always liked a gray bag. I always wanted another gray bag. But in the end, I think because of the whole fuss, like the experience really tarnished. Even though it had nothing to do with matches fashion, it was really just the process, like the custom process. It was just no longer worth it. Like, at the end of the day, when you're like your excitement, when you have you have an idea, you execute the idea, you're so excited and looking forward to it. But if it drags on too long and it's still not happening, or you still don't see what it is, then that excitement just gradually just loses and disappears. Uh, which is kind of what happened to it. Like, I was really excited about owning my first Bottega bag, and I think at the time it was either this one or the one you got, like the clutch version. So it was either one of those, and I chose this one, but oh well. I'm okay with, like, now looking back, I'm okay with not having gotten it. Even if they were to deliver it to me and everything, I think I would have been so um, I don't know. I think
Annoyed?
I would have been like, yeah, frustrated with the whole process. And I think because now we have hindsight 2020, I'm okay with never owning this bag, because I think a lot of people own this bag and ended up selling it. I feel like it's one of those that are quite hard to get in and out of. And I feel like I would be one of those people, especially me, right? Because you already see how the zipper is really tucked inside. I would be one of those people that would hate it so much, even though I love the idea of a Bottega bag at the time. But just to get in and out, to use it every day, I would probably hate it a lot. So there's that too.
What happened to matches? RIP?
Oh, they're gone.
Rest in peace? What?
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone?
A long time
I
ago,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
They went bankrupt. They owed they owed so much money to, because they're kind of like they're kind of like they receive all the stock, and then they wait, do they I can't remember if they have to pay the brand when they get the stock, or if they pay them after they sell the items. I don't know the order of that, but like in the end they owed every brand so much money for all the stock that they have that is either unsold, or they had to liquidate, because they had to liquidate at the before they went bankrupt. They had to everything on sale. Um yeah, at a
Oh.
at a loss probably, and
Is
because it's
Farfetch still
mostly the
alive
item.
then? Because
Sorry?
they're all the same.
Yeah, because it's also the overhead. So it's all the
Mm.
costs associated with operating the business. So it's not just the items that you owe money for, but it's also like everything combined. So in the end, yeah, they had to go bankrupt. I didn't know that they went bankrupt until I read about it, and then I read into it. I was like, oh yeah, how come I never received? Because I used to receive newsletter from them. I used to buy from them quite often. Like a lot of my
Mm.
ready to wear self portrait I bought from them. But at one point I stopped receiving newsletter. I just didn't know what was going on, so I found out. Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Mm.
It's sad times. It definitely got affected, I think, especially with COVID too, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on. Okay, so it's not this color, because I couldn't find the same color. It was actually like the canvas was like a light gray color, like a very light color, and then the leather was, I believe it was a dark blue or like a
Mm.
dark, very dark navy blue. So it would have been that color and the size 31. So I actually, this was very much at the beginning of my journey when I was still working towards my Birkin, and then unbeknownst to me, like, my journey was completely different from my peers, because my peers, including Kat, they got their quota bags quite early on, within, a couple months, whereas mine, every month I was getting more excited, like, hoping it would be, like, the time, but, like, every month it just goes by and then nothing happened. So, I was just like, I just wanted a bag, like, I didn't even get a non-quota bag throughout the whole time. I got a non-quota bag after my Birkin, so it was like this whole anticipation, but never haven't gotten anything. So one day I went online and, well, this same bag, but not the same color combo, was online, and I was able to add it to cart, and I actually paid for it. Only to, at that moment, like, after I paid for it, I think the next day, I regretted the decision. I was thinking, "What am I doing?" I don't even know if I like the Her bag, and the reason why I'm buying it is because 'cause I'm so desperate to just get any bag, like, I just wanted something because it was just so hard, and I was just so impatient, and I was just like, nothing, like, I had nothing to show for it, and I just want something. But I think, I also kind of watched some reviews throughout the night, and which is why, after reviewing all the videos and just thinking about it at some more, like the size, the way it opens, even the material, I was just like, "It's not me. This bag is not me." Like, I know it's available and I could just buy it, but I probably shouldn't make that, impulse purchase, but it was an impulse purchase. It was just me trying to, like, get something out of nothing, right? Like, nothing was going on, right? Um, so I actually called customer service the next day, and I canceled my order. So they never sent it to me, I never got it, even though I did pay for it, and I could have just gotten it and then saw if I liked it before returning. I could have done that, but I don't like doing that. I'd rather be, if I'm gonna buy something, is because I have the intention of wanting and keeping it. If I'm just gonna wait and see like that, I'm not that type of person. I'd rather never seeing it. So I'd rather just cancel it altogether. Which is great. Like, I actually, don't regret doing that. I think what, is interesting from this story, however, is the next time I visit my store, my boutique in person, and I pay for whatever I was buying, they saw it on my record and they mentioned it to me. They were like, "Oh, you bought a Her bag." I said, "No, no, no, no. I didn't buy any bag. Like, I just canceled it." I said, "I never bought it. Like, I bought it, but I never got it. Like, I canceled it right away." But
Mm.
in their mind, in their heads, or when on their system, all they see is that I bought it, right? I'm like, "No, no, no, I never got any back." Because I think, especially in Vancouver or in Canada, they're very sensitive to, like, if you got any bag, whether it's online or through the store, they won't offer you anything for 6 months. I'm like, "No, no, no, I never got
Mm.
anything. Please, like, this is not it. Like, this was a cancellation. Never bought it." But it's just so funny that they even mentioned it to me. Um, and they check everything.
But it's
And
because
I was
it's the
like,
same phone number
yeah, it
or
is.
email
It
or
is.
something.
Same profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're very stringent here. Like, whoa. So that's something that my essay had, warned me before. She said, like, try not to even buy bags online, because if you do, they do take that into account, and they can, like, technically not offer you anything, delay, like, not delay, but like, if you get any bag of sorts, which I don't think is the right way. I mean, if it's online, it's online. It's a different story, right? It's not even the same store. But I don't know why, and that's what I was told. I mean, if your essay tells you something else, then I don't know why there is an
Mhm.
inconsistency. But as far as I know, is they do care. They do care if you buy a bag online or not. Like it does matter somehow. But anyway, moral of the story is, yeah, even though you're desperate and even though it's hard and you're becoming impatient, don't just settle for anything. Like this would have been anything. Like it's just like a nothing bag. Like I don't even care for this bag, you know? So yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the silver lining is when you like now the what is the mini her bag?
Mm-hmm.
It would be a better purchase
Oh
for you
yeah,
at
it
least.
would. It would. That's kind of cute actually. The more I see it, the more I like it. Yeah. True. But the mini her bag, I think, is such a hot commodity. It's not that easy to even see it online. If it does, it gets snatched up very easily. Whereas the her bag, I see it more often, like this size or any of the larger. I think right now there's the larger sizes online. But any of the more popular bags is usually doesn't stay. So
This
this
one, I
one you
remember this one.
remember. I actually do have a picture of me trying on, but like it's okay. I'll just show this picture because you guys probably saw it on my vlog too. So I have been asking for the mini Lindy. So in addition to my non-quota bags, before I also let my SA know of my. Sorry, in addition to the quota bags, I also let my SA know of the non-quota bags I was interested in. So at the time, I was interested in both the Picota and the Mini Lindy. And I mentioned both so that whichever one comes, hopefully they'll think of me. But obviously, the Mini Lindy is in such high demand. I didn't get it until I think, until after my second year, after my Kelly. So my Kelly 25. So this was the first mini Lindy that I was offered. I actually was able to try it on and everything. And I was very, very tempted because I was just thinking, like, same thing, right? With the process, because it's so long. And this would have only been my second non-quota bag offer. It feels like eternity, right? Like not only is the journey so long for the quota bags, but even for the non-quota bags, it's so long. And so when I was able to try and like this mini Lindy at the time, that's the one I was offered, I was so close to just wanting to buy it. But what stopped me from buying this, and I was actually texting everyone, I was like pretty sure I texted Kat, I texted Clara, I
Yeah,
texted.
I was saying no, the strap.
I was like, oh my gosh, I hope the girls are awake because they were all in Asia, right?
Mm-mm.
I was like, do I take it or don't I take it? Right? Like I was so like I just wanted to get a mini Lindy, but like this is not the one that I would have wanted. Only because not necessarily the color, but the strap is just not it for me. The strap is not leather; it's fabric, and it's a crossbody bag. So that alone is just not a good combo. Plus, it is a white bag, which would be more prone to wear and tear, or like prone to color transfer worn as a crossbody. But I could always be careful, right? And the color I do like. I just don't love the strap. It just makes it casual. It's neither here nor there. But it's still a mini Lindy, right? So at the end of the day, I was like, oh, should I just take it? Because I've been waiting for so long. And I had to say no. I had to give it back to my SA. Like after all the girls were like, no, no, no. What is this? Like, what is this crap?
What is this strap? You'll be sick of it. Like maybe at the beginning, I remember telling you like, don't do like, oh, the bag's
Yeah.
nice, but could you make the strap work? Because what if you're bored with the strap later? You can
Mhm.
always buy another strap if you want, but you can't change the strap. So we're
No.
all, I think we're all going like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, everyone was like, no, no, no. I'm like, okay. I guess I should just wait for the perfect one, or at least one that is all full leather, which is what I originally wanted. I was even more I was open to color. Just as long as it's not too crazy, right? Like as long as it just suits me. And if it was all white with the leather strap being white, I might have just gone with it. But just because the strap was fabric, it was very, very hard to even get past myself. But yeah, I'm glad I never got it, and I just waited a little bit longer to get the one that I got. Obviously, the color didn't work out in the end, but like I still had a great experience with the one that I got offered eventually because it was all leather. It's a super cute bag. Just no more muddy color for me either. But yeah, lesson learned here. If anybody are listening to this, is like, yeah, this would have been an okay offer, but still you're settling. You're still settling. Don't take it. Yeah.
Don't take it.
And funny enough, I think I see a lot of this exact one on the pre-love market. I think a lot of people regretted theirs as well. Because it's a little funny with the strap, you know? Oh, okay. This one is sort of recent. And I think I talked about it. I can't remember where I talked about it. It was either a members live or public live. But not this exact color. I couldn't find the gris Meyer color. So it's actually the dark gray color in the cargo Picotin 18. So just the color is different. And I think it was Palladium Hardware, and it was in Hong Kong. So I had purchased a few things, and I was asking my SA if they have any. Well, actually, he was asking me if there was any bags I was interested in. I kind of threw a list at him, and he's like, "Oh, you like the Picotin, like cargo?" I was like, "Yeah." And so anyway, long story short, I ended up seeing and we ended up unboxing the Gris Meyer, this exact bag. And luckily or unluckily, it was wrinkled. So you see how this bag is beautiful and straight, like the canvas everywhere is like perfect. But the one that was unboxed, right in the front, so literally right in the front where the pockets are, it's so wrinkled. It would have been, because I even asked him, I'm like, is there a way to steam it to make it straighter? Can you guys do something about it? Because it was, if it was wrinkled on the side, even in the back, it's not an eyesore as much as in the front. Like literally everyone looks at the bag in the front. And because it was already sort of like, it was not just imperfect. Like in my eyes, I'm like, I'm not paying this amount of money just to get a bag that is imperfect, or in fact, not quite defective, but it is imperfect. Like, what is wrong with this whole wrinkle? Maybe that's why nobody took it. Maybe that's why it was offered to me. And so it was very hard to walk away from it because, at the end of the day, it's always nice to get any offers, let alone a bag that I was interested in a color I was interested in, because I always still want a gray bag, even to this day. But it was just not perfect, and it was still a lot of money. I think it would have been 6,000, right? Around that price.
I think,
It's a lot of
yeah.
money for something that's not perfect. And you always wonder, like,
Where was the wrinkle?
why me?
Where was the wrinkle?
It was right in front of, like, you see the pocket fabric in the front.
Yeah.
It was in front on the fabric.
Oh, you mean the wrinkle was on the canvas?
Yes.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah. It was not on the leather. Everything else was fine, but the canvas itself, it's almost as if someone punched a bag and then just left it, like maybe they threw something hard at it and then just left that object inside, and then it was just always just like crease. And there was no, like, you cannot in any manner make it straight because it's fabric, and the canvas is pretty sturdy too. Once it's creased, it's creased. It was very strange. I've never seen that. Like, I've seen so many people unbox this bag. I've never seen that ever. So I don't know.
Good thing that you didn't take it. I mean, it's tempting.
Very tempting. My reason, my speculation, or just my own wild imagination, is that it was probably offered to a client, and then maybe they put it back quickly without being too careful, and then stayed in the box that way.
Mm.
And then so the next time someone would to get it out again, it's already ruined, right? Because storage is so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. This one you guys didn't know. You guys didn't know about it either. So I actually tried this bag in Hong Kong as well. I was never offered to buy it. Oh no, wait, they were available, but I was not sure at the time. I was not sure at the time if I wanted to buy it, because I was sort of like, I'm not sure about this design yet, even though I think as a new offering, it's always exciting. You always kind of you just want something sometimes. But I didn't pull the trigger in Hong Kong, and so this is actually super recent. So okay, you guys still know that I'm still waiting. I still get DMs asking me, "What's going on? Are you getting your next offer yet?" I'm like, I have nothing to tell you. But anyway,
Yeah.
so this also popped up online. Same, almost the same as the her bag. Popped up online, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for so long." Like I am just so, like, I just want to do something, right? I just want anything. I just want to scratch the itch. And I actually put it to cart, paid for it. Same exact thing. Um, I never even canceled it because I wanted to see, like, I actually tried this bag already in Hong Kong, and now I just want to pull the trigger at anything.
Mm.
Um, but they canceled it for me.
Oh.
Yeah, Hermes canceled my order the next day. I was like, what? No explanation, nothing. But they just canceled it and sent me an email to say, sorry, we're unable to fulfill the order. So it's canceled. You won't be charged.
Huh?
I guess that was it.
Wait. How can they do that?
I don't know. They can, I don't know. I mean, I didn't call them or anything, but like, it happens. It never happened to you that you put in an order and then it gets canceled? It never happened?
It happened to me on LV, but not on
Oh, okay,
Hermes.
okay. Well, for me, it's like, I guess Hermes is a big company, luxury company, but to me, it happens like at Aritzia, at like Lululemon, like it happens to like all kinds of places. But usually, if I call them, like recently, I tried to put in an order for these knit top that I like from Aritzia. They still had a few in stock at the time, but I was like, "Oh, what did you guys cancel the order?" And then it reappeared online, right? Oh, they were like, they said that, oh, it's because the item that was supposed to come to me came from a store, and then they probably looked at the item and it was, not sellable, so maybe defective or dirty or whatever. So that's why they canceled my order. I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm okay with that. Like if it's not perfect, I don't want it. But at the same time, it kind of went back up online. So I'm like, so those ones, are they okay? Anyway,
Mm.
we ended up putting an order again, only to be canceled again. So I'm like, never mind. I don't want it. But I don't know why Hermes did that. They just canceled it for me automatically also the next day. So it just never happened. And at the end of the day, I think after 2 days, I was able to cool off, like myself, cool off myself and be like, okay, no, don't spend the money when you don't need to.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Just wait.
Just wait.
Ah, the most hated four-letter word. Wait. Wait. I don't wanna wait.
But yeah, this was an interesting one because I was just like, I actually did try this bag in person, right? And at the time I didn't pull the trigger, but when I saw that it was available when I came back home, I was like, "Oh, maybe I could buy it." But I guess it's not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. And it's okay. Hermes is always a heartbreak. Oh, I don't know why, but yeah. 2 orders canceled, one by myself, but like this one, they canceled it for me. So really, really not meant to be. Dodge the bullet.
We all dodged many bullets.
Dodge the
I
bullet.
just
You
went
probably
on
wouldn't
DH's
have.
site to see what kind of bags they have. And let's see. They have this new bag now that's called Etrevere shopping bag. That's on the site. It's like a shop.
Oh,
It's like
on the site now. Okay.
I think it'd be a men's bag. Oh, it's canvas. Oh,
Well, I made the declaration in our last public live, the mindset one. I already made the declaration at that time that I'm no longer buying non-quota bags because they are in many ways they are distractions, even though you feel like you need a distraction, because every time I've had these impulses, they felt justified to me, and you can't help but feel a certain way, especially when things are hard, things are, taking a lot of time, and you just don't know where you are, don't know where it is, and don't know when it will be. So it does, I think in the moment it would feel nice to do it, but I think long term, I'm thinking always long term, like after the fact, would you start regretting your decision? Because it could be a matter of like waiting another month and it's there. It could be longer, but my point is you always have to remind yourself that there will always be something. And
yeah.
in our cases, if you're waiting for a quarterback, you know that it's an eventuality. It could be very long time to wait for the exact combo you want, but it's still an eventuality. So the non-quota bags are in fact distractions, unless you really like the non-quota bag that you're after. So that's fine too. But I think in many cases for me, especially when I just see them online pop up like that randomly, it does feel like a distraction a lot.
And Emily saying, though the time lag translates into a good cooling period for one to eliminate impulse buying. That's true. That's true. Waiting is good. Waiting is good.
It is, because like even in your because in my scenario I almost bought those things, but in your scenario when you talked about your Dior Mountain bag, you actually did buy the bag, right? So if you had just waited to see if you actually did like the bag again the second visit, maybe you would have not have bought it, right? So
For sure.
waiting is always good. It gives you more clarity as well, because like I said, even for me, like just the fact that it's canceled the next day, even if I canceled it myself, like either they cancel or I cancel, like it just, even within that one night or just one day of cooling off does help. You're like, no, don't make that impulse purchase,
Yeah, don't impulse purchase. Yeah. There was I did a live a few days ago talking about like feeling of like, oh, what to buy, like just feeling a little like, but at the same, yeah, I still like buying bags. Like if I get my quota bag, get offered suddenly a quota bag is great. But the game and the weight, it is quite, like I see the pro of it, like you're saying, it translates to lack of impulse purchasing, but it's frustrating as well, because yeah, it's frustrating. I don't know how to put it. It's like I know it's good for me, but at the same time, I can find other things better that's good for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, I don't want to deal with this. I have other things to deal with. So,
I'm gonna share this comment from Dai. I am glad I didn't buy any Chanel bags for a long while. Why buy expensive, bad quality bags? I bought a few Hermes vintage bags that I like very much. Good quality and good price. Good one.
yeah.
Chanel is getting there for me in terms of like the feeling that you're describing. Uh, the from Dai we just saw. Because even though I'm always gonna be interested because I love deep down, I just love the brand in general. And I did just try on their 25 bag for the first time. They actually had a couple
Mm,
in store. And so normally if I am able, like that's me, right? Like normally if you show me the bag, I am more inclined to want to buy it, especially if I can see it and try it. But for some reason, I liked it, but for some reason, I didn't have the same impulse. I
mm,
think it's more than just knowing that the price is expensive. It's also just not having the same feeling. Like I'm not as inexplicably excited like I used to be. Like in before, it's almost not rational. It's like you just want it, and then you're so excited to even
mm,
have it, and you can even buy it. Now it's sort of like, oh, I don't have that feeling anymore, and it's hard to explain. Maybe it is a combo of everything, like the logical and the just not having the same sentiment in general. Um,
yeah.
Things are changing for sure in the luxury world. Like we're definitely way more savvy now, but it's also like the times are changing. Like
For
things
sure.
don't get as exciting as it used to feel
Yeah.
for any new launches or new seasons or even like the limited edition. They don't have the same impact, I feel.
Yeah. I I think, right, and this is me really just over analyzing it, but maybe the over production where they just
Yeah.
constantly hammered us for like 15 years or 10 years of drops and collections and chasing and all of that, you bit worn down. So um and it's very hard to impress us anymore because yeah, you've shown everything. It's like you show all your cards, right? And you're like, what do I pick now, right? Plus, when I want to pick it, it's not there. It's hard to get. And so the mind games cannot last forever. And the problem with the mind games, they maybe yes, Hermes is the one that pioneered it. Okay, I'm going to use it. I don't know, but then every house did it. Every house wanted a piece of that mind game pie. But that's only how much that we can take, right? After a while, just like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna do like what Emily said, I'm gonna give it some time lag. But when time lags, rational people said it. Your rational thought kicks in. And then you're disinterested anymore. Plus, this few years, the price has just gone up way too much. So we have the rational brain kicking in, like looking at these prices going, what's going on? So I I think they did it to themselves. Like if we can feel like that, and we're a small population of about 70 of us here on a live, and general sentiment seems to be the case, you can see it across the board. Obviously, there's going to be
Yeah.
a percentage out there still chugging along, buying everything without a thought, sure. But there is a big proportion, I don't think majority, but a big portion of us holding back. And that's substantial. That's substantial. You can actually see it in all their financial results. Even Hermes, who is apparently, okay, immune to this kind of luxury downturn, they're not doing that well as well. I mean, I think their quarterly results, yeah, they said lah, they rose, 9% better than the rest. Obviously, better than the rest. The rest are all going down. But if you compare to what they do year on year, they're not as good. So, yeah, majority of us are just tired, tired, and we're not willing to open our wallets as easily anymore. You gotta.
It is true. And also, the mind game, or it's okay, let's not call it mind games. Let's not put a label to it, but like just the fact that it is a very difficult process, lengthy process. It does, we always compare it to a date, right? Like at first it's fun because you're getting to know each other. Maybe you're waiting for 3 days to not call and then you call, right? But if you keep doing that for I don't know, like in our case for years of just like playing hard to get, at one point it's not going to work anymore. And that's how I feel like it's like that's how I feel about like after a while you just know better to be like, oh,
Not
it's a
only hard to get,
and
not only hard to get. When you're with me, you're taking advantage of me. You're like,
yeah,
do I have to pay for
true.
everything? Wait, did I pay dinner last week? And I have to buy you this pair of shoes? And I'm like,
Yeah. It's like it's
and then
fun
I
and
leave, and
all
then
and
like I
doing
control you, like, what?
everything at
Hello?
first. But honestly, I feel like there's really I know as a customer the right thing to do and the strategic thing to do is like, stay with the same SA, like shop with your store, blah, blah. If you don't have enough, if you have other stores to shop with, stay with the same store, keep visiting them, like all these strategies. But it has to be both ways. Like both have to sometimes compromise. And like I can do only this much if I'm always the one giving and never, I guess the receiving is the quota bag. But like the quota bag takes so long and you're still constantly giving. It doesn't feel like an equal relationship, which I guess it's not really the perfect analogy because it's not dating, you don't have to do it, but we love bags, so what can we do, right? But like similar to, okay, I'm gonna share Lance's comment, right? Got an offer for the mini her bag, a good color too, really tempted but said no, need to focus. And in fact, as a follow-up, he said my SA owes me a quota bag and an SL. So he got told that his name was on the list, just waiting for confirmation. So like, yeah, the waiting is excruciating, and you're just like, are they just saying that just to like shut me up, or are they for real? Like, am I really actually on the waiting list? You just kind of feel like you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Until it happens.
I'm gonna put another comment here. Like this is, I think, a few comments in a row. So from Elion, not sure why everyone is complaining about Chanel quality. All the bags I bought are luckily great quality. I bought also the new vanity from the 25B collection. Looks like the Laura Piana
It's a cute
L19.
one.
Yeah, and then Lux and Love is saying, same. Plus, I prefer my Chanel bags over Hermes. I just love the designs more. Hermes bags last forever, but my heart doesn't sing as much. And finally, I think my best purchases were on impulse. I love how everybody has different experiences.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, mine are great. And it's true. So it really depends. I'm wondering also whether you guys have really good essays.
That
I
helps.
wonder.
Yeah.
It's all it could be that you have good relationships with your essay, that it actually sweetens the purchase. That I feel that yeah, that's like +1, +2, +3 already.
I wouldn't agree necessarily that Chanel has bad quality across the board myself also, because I clearly own half of my bags are Chanel and the other half is Hermes. So I clearly like both equally. Um I just, for me, like, I don't necessarily think they have worse quality. I think for me, every time I look at a particular bag, the one that I'm gonna buy better be perfect. If they don't have another one, well, if they have another one, I'll look at another one. If they don't have another one, then I have to decide whether I want to settle with the one I'm looking at or just move on and, you know, buy the next bag they have available. So for me, I don't necessarily see it as like they have bad quality, but I do think that a lot of people experience quality issues because you hear about it. And if it doesn't, it's great. Like I do think the user has a lot to do with the quality too. Like clearly I'm a very careful user. I'm not like the most crazy baby everything, but I am probably more than the average.
Mm.
Whereas I see a lot of my friends that are like they literally just don't care. Like they really use their items, and so that will break down just faster. It's just normal. And so you could argue that that also contributes to a faster quality issue, like the wear and tear will show up earlier, or if there was a quality issue, it would come up earlier. Um, Hermes is not immune to that, as we all know. I've had quality problems with mine. They do
Mm.
take care of it, which is why I think less people complain about Hermes having quality issues. They have quality issues, same thing, but they do look after them usually. With Chanel, I think the experience is less consistent because sometimes they'll help you and sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, that's normal wear and tear. We can't help you." And so it does feel a bit inconsistent that way. But we're looking at the top dogs here, right? Like Hermes, Chanel, they're both very coveted.
I wanted to burst out laughing because my stomach just made a large growl, and I was like, "Oh my gosh! I hope y'all didn't hear that." It was like,
No.
"Grrr." oh, oh my gosh, I'm tearing because I was holding my laughter in. Let's hold. Let me. It was so loud.
Okay.
Hopefully, it was drowned by your. It was like, "Grrr."
I didn't hear it anyway.
Yeah, let me go get some water.
Okay.
It was significant. Even my dog. She was like,
Oh, you must be really
she was like,
hungry. Are you
she's
hungry?
like, "What's going on, girl?" Why don't you answer that?
Chris Tan, do you think social media influences buyers to shift towards more functional, stylish, and affordable bags instead of buying from luxury houses? I think it depends who you follow because I follow so okay, personally I follow my friends obviously, but I also like the people that really influences me fashion wise that I truly want to follow out of my own heart, not because I need to follow them back. Um the people that I tend to follow are very high fashion. So they don't care about practicality. They in fact they use their items like they just use it. Um like very very few people for me anyway, very few people can truly influence me to buy something that they showed or whatever, except very handful, like a very handful of very high fashion people I actually follow that I really like, oh no, I want to buy that too. So I wouldn't say that it would, for me anyway, it doesn't really shift me to buying more functional, stylish, affordable things. I think for me,
Mm,
the way I choose my items is also my own preference. Like I like my nice things, but I'm okay with a little bit fussy, but still has to be functional and practical most of the time. So that's just how I am. So I would say no to that, but I think it really depends who you follow.
Mm. I I have noticed lately a lot of YouTubers uh been sharing more local, not local, sorry, like, so yeah, like you said, affordable bag brands. I watch just to know what's new, but I guess like Amy's like, it's nothing to do with the word affordable. I think it's a style, or it doesn't. I've got to be attracted to it first,
Yeah.
um, and I'm gonna say it, bit of a bag snob, brand snob.
Yeah.
I mean, I like my affordable brands, but if I'm gonna plunk some money down, I want my bag lah. I want a bag. I want my bag. I want a brand. I don't know. I don't know what I want, but they can be putting a lot of different varieties to me. I'm not attracted to it. I can give you a ton of names over the years. Maybe now in the this year, it's maybe more, but like Pauline. What was the brand that everybody got? The one that had a big backpack. The one that had the
Um, I'm not aware
see see. It's not even
because I don't
memorable.
follow people. I don't like I said, I don't really follow like if I follow my friends, I only follow just to be up to date with them, but not necessarily to get inspiration for for fashion. Like for me, I like I said, I only have very select number of people that I truly look at their pictures because I want to know what they're
Sandri.
wearing. Sorry, what?
Yes, Shaisa, Sandri.
Oh,
Sandrev, Sandrev. Remember?
oh, okay.
Yeah, and then and many, many more. Yeah, they're super functional. Not sure they're stylish, but affordable, yeah. But yeah, they've always been moving these brands out there in the bags. They've been going around. So I look at it, but I not necessarily will get influenced to buy it. Yeah. Oof, unfortunately. Said Shiza knows. Shiza knows. Um feel I don't know, shifting from luxury houses. Uh, are they all shifting from luxury houses, or are you just seeing what you're seeing? That could also be the case.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I feel like everyone will have like if you looked at my own journey, it's been shifting. It's not right away, like not super like drastically from year to year, but over the years,
Mm,
like what I buy now is so different from what I used to buy 10 years ago. So like are you does that mean that I'm also changing? Like, yeah, but I'm also just changing because that's sort of like the evolution that has worked for me, right? I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad. I don't think it's neither of those. It's just what I want now. So I think
mm,
for those people, right, if they're shifting towards more practical and affordable brands, it may be just a phase in their life where they need or they feel like that's okay. That what's makes them happy, or maybe they just are at this phase where they don't care so much about having a luxury, any sort of luxury, very high end luxury things all the time.
mm.
It can happen. I feel like it can happen to us too.
Yeah, it's possible. Like, okay, so this one is saying that it also goes down to years of owning bags, experience seeing quality and subpar items. Yeah, so I because we see it on social media, everybody almost had the same trajectory. You know, you go with the whatever brands, and then you start to move up. Okay, I'm going to use the word move up, but you start to buy a little bit, you spend more, right? Because it is more expensive, the Chanel, the Hermes, or whatever. And then with everything, and then suddenly, because you've gone through all of that, you do, I would dare to say, would have already a collection, and you've already experienced what you like and what you don't like. I would think a lot of them are not necessarily moving towards, but maybe complementing their existing collection with other brands or other functional, affordable bags. And it comes from this experience. And sometimes maybe not even affordable. They're just adding on to fill like the gaps after going through, ins and outs. They sort of like really already know what you want. And I see a point about Coach, because Coach is actually really, really good quality. Like, I can see it's really good quality. I don't buy Coach very much because of a style. It's nothing to do with the affordability or the brand. I haven't found a style that I would say, yes, I would plonk even a few $100s on it. Yes, it's good quality. Yeah, I haven't found one. I'm not saying that it will never happen. I just haven't found one lately. Maybe the style, some of them is more catered to the I don't know, catered to the, like, I feel like still very young looking, and I can find that elsewhere. I already have something in my collection. Yeah, I don't know what is it about Coach at this moment. I haven't found something, but I agree. Yeah, affordable, very good quality, functional. But when I look at it, I'm like, still, not yet, not yet.
Like, I think for me, it might sound very harsh. For me, Coach, because I get distracted easily if I do walk in and I see cute, because they have cute things, and I'll be like tempted to just buy it just to have it, even though I never really reach for them. So I know it sounds harsh, but for me, I try not to walk into a Coach store anymore, because I will always find something I want to buy, and then they become distractions because I didn't need to spend that money. However, I do think that if I had a very specific need for something and I'm not ready, or I just refuse to spend luxury amount of money on that item. And the example I can give you is, like, if I was looking for a brand new work bag that is just very simple, just leather, plain, functional, I'm more than happy to walk into a Coach and look specifically for that and find what I need, or anything like similar to the Coach sort of branding and price range, and just get that and be happy with that purchase, because it becomes a little bit of a different purpose. Like, I feel like a lot of the like my current collection, you can say, right, those are, yes, I try to be as practical as possible, buying the styles that work for me. But in a way, they are more of a, like, it's more of a, I want them than I need them. Like, if it's a work bag, I need a work bag. I need it to be functional. Whereas the collection, like the luxury bags, these are more, oh, I just want to have it. It's just nice to have. So it's a very different mentality. For me anyway, that's how I treat it. I know some people do use their luxury bags as their everyday practical bag, and that's fine. Not me, but like, for me, they are very distinct. And so, yeah, I like Coach, but only if it was just serving a specific purpose, not just to browse. And I can end up with, it's like walking into a dollar store. You can end up buying, or Daiso, you can end up buying a lot of things and just spend $60, and you're like, what did I just buy? It's just distraction in that way, right? But if you walk in for a specific purpose, I need a sieve, or I need a silicone wrap because I need to open jars with it. Like, then you're buying it for a function, and then it's worth it.
I agree. I totally agree with you. Like where my mindset is right now, like because we have so many bags, it has to, like if I want to go and buy an affordable bag, not luxury. Luxury has a very strange hold on me, but let's say an affordable bag. For me to buy, whether it's a Longchamp bag or a Coach bag or a Saint Reeve or Pauline, any of these brands, I need to know why I'm buying the bag. Because I got dang 20 over bags at home, including of some old Longchamp bags and whatever bags that's sitting saying, hello, what about me? So, like you said, if there's a purpose, right? I say, okay, I need a low profile, no logo, good quality, light work bag. Then I'll go and hunt for that. And I probably would not go for the luxury brands because they're obviously branded, blah, blah, blah. So yes, I wouldn't go and buy it. I wouldn't browse. Like, I wouldn't just go and let's see what Coach has today. It's just inviting temptation. And what for, right? So I absolutely agree. I wouldn't go into those stores at all. If I need a backpack for work, then I'll think about exactly what I need. Light, double padded, can fit laptop, all of that. And then hunt for exactly what I need across the board. And obviously affordable because they're sort of like a functional bag.
I want to just quickly answer this question because I don't want to leave anyone hanging, and I see it. Felicia's asking, will you get a tricolor mini Kelly now or wait for an Etupe mini Kelly probably next year? So I feel like you're asking that for yourself, right? Because, okay, so when I see questions like that, I feel like you're wondering if you should just settle for the tricolor because that's what they have right now and it's available. You can just get it, or just get what exactly you asked for, which is the Etupe. I know it's hard, but if that's what you want, wait for that one. It's so hard. Like, and it's easier for me to say, yeah, just wait for it. It's so easy for me to say. But as we've shown you earlier, we've all been through there. If Etupe is the absolute dream combo you want, wait for it. The only exception is, does the tricolor, are you attracted to that tricolor at all? Does it make your heart sing the same way, but just kind of unexpected? Then that's okay too. But like, that's the thing. Are you justifying or are you just actually liking it? You have to ask yourself that question.
Yeah. I think there's attraction on the tricolor because it's rare, unique, right? But if you're not attracted to it, that you're gonna say, this is an odd, maybe it's Etupe body, gray handle, and then the strap is black and something about it is just like off, but it's sort of Etupe. I'd say wait. I mean, we both went through it, right? We're like, oh, it's hard to say no. It's definitely much easier to say yes to the bag and just deal with it later. But get the one that you want. Yeah, get the one that you want.
Did we miss this question too from Chris? Do you rely on reviews or on trying bags in person before deciding? Both.
Both,
For
yeah.
me, both. Yeah.
Both.
But sometimes it's not possible to try it on because they just, like Hermes bags, you can't just try it on. So I do rely heavily on reviews in that sense. But if they're both, like if I can try it on in person, that's my first option, obviously. But I would still look at reviews too, because I think everyone will have a different opinion. And I want to know everyone's, like, I want to compile all of that and then decide for myself if that's good enough.
I think reviews are very helpful if you're looking for a bag. Trying on the bag, I think most cases it's a must, because reviews, it depends on how that person's using it, and it's good maybe general knowledge of like, oh, they considered this, oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, that's a good idea. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is how they put things inside. So it's a good, it's a good info to have. But for me, number one is the trying on the bag. Like if I cannot try on the bag, very hard to say, to decide. Because once you try, you're like, oh, that's different. That can happen as well.
I've never heard of this. Tablier cellier. Tablier cellier bag. Huh. Let's look it up. Oh, is it new? I found it. What do we think of it? Let me.
Oh, it's a new bag.
No, it does look new. I'm not sure if it is.
Yeah, 2025 bag. It's a new bag.
Okay, so I found one on the China Hermes website. So it's like this with quite a long shoulder strap. And there's like canvas on the side. Oh, okay, here. Let's look at the inside. Oh, so the interior is a canvas lined, kind of almost like a, it's almost like a insert looking thing. The closure is very interesting.
The closure is like the her bag.
Is it? The her bag?
Yeah. The rounding knob. But the fur bag has the straps, right? It's used like this, use the same button.
But this one you go through the little slit though. It's not quite the same as the her bag.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of this bag. It looks nice. It looks very clean and simple, but maybe it's Hermes's take on long strap handbags.
Well, this kind of reminds me of, okay, it's a very miniature size of the, because if you look at the model, it reminds me of a miniature size of the, what's the name now? Like the very popular minimalistic brand. Oh my God, what's the name?
Row?
Yeah, yeah. The Margot. Yeah,
Margot.
Yeah. Exactly that one. It kind of, well, shape wise, it reminds me of that, but just very small.
Yeah. Does the row. Yeah.
I think there's nothing so like crazy special about it. I think what's maybe attractive, like, anytime I look at, again, non-quarterback, anytime I look like at a bag at Hermes that is not a Birkin or Kelly or even Constance, it just gives me the vibe of they're obviously they have to offer things that are different, but it doesn't tickle me the same way in terms of like, oh, this is so special and this is what they're known for. This more just like, oh, it's just another thing that's a little bit different that you can buy but still costs a lot of money.
Agreed.
Black.
I mean, it looks really nice though.
Gold.
But
the gold has a different canvas color. You can argue that everything looks nice. You can argue everything looks nice. I mean, it is nice. What's not nice about it? But at the same time, is it nice enough that is worth buying? I mean, you could really like it, and just for you, it makes sense to buy it. But I think for me, just looking at it, I'm like, no, not really. It's nice because it's Hermes craftsmanship, but outside of that, nothing else special to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know. I think it's quite a simple design, which is okay. Nothing wrong with simple. Very clever. They just took 2 letters, they fold it and put a pouch there.
I know. But the pouch is not even closed. I mean, it's closed but not closed. It's sort of annoying.
I do wonder when you put the buckle into that small little hole, every time you clip it like that, will it like get really wrinkly on the leather?
Oh, probably. But it also won't fit as much when you do close it. You're limiting to the width of...
So you think unlikely to close lah? It will just...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
it's like a t-shirt, you know, like a t-shirt button. Every time you have to like this.
T-shirt
through
button.
the loop. Like, you know, through the loop of your shirt, you gotta always loop it in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so every time you close it, it's gonna go under. So you're gonna bend that part. Every time you open, you gotta like this. I'm just imagining. I don't know if that's true, but I do wonder.
I mean, they are meant to be used, but yeah, definitely don't expect it to look like this after a while for sure, right? But at the end of the day, I'm personally not attracted to this bag. So I don't think much of this bag, if that's what you're asking. What do we think? I don't really think of it. I'm not thinking about it. I don't like it that much. It's okay.
I'm gonna pull one from the bottom. Sally's asking thoughts on the Gucci Jackie 1961 shoulder bag. Oh, what is that?
The Jackie bag. Although I'm not sure if 1961 is like different version or whatever. But remember when it was so hot? So hot. I'll let you look.
Let's see.
You can share
1960. Oh, it looks like the hang on. Wait. Isn't that the stand? Okay, so sorry. I'm just gonna use my phone, but if y'all can see it, it's this standard bag. You know the one that
I'm pretty sure.
That's the Gucci bag.
Here, I'll try to look. Check. Yep, I found it on the web. I mean the Gucci website. Yeah, it's all these.
It's the one with the buckle, right?
Mm-hmm. It is quite cute. In fact, if you ask me between this one and the tablier, the Hermes tablier, I think this one is cuter. But it doesn't mean I want to buy it. I think this one is cuter. Again, I see the same sort of issue. Does it close completely on top? I mean, it may not be necessarily a big problem, especially this one is quite close to your body. And also, yeah, I feel like this one would still accommodate enough if you get like a decent size. Not necessarily, yeah, even this size would be okay. And it does come with a shoulder strap too, so you can wear it. Let's just open one. Let's look at this nice pink one. You could wear it. It
has a zip, right? I think it has a zip closure.
So you can wear it crossbody or on the shoulder at least. I don't think it has a zip, not from what I remember. Well, I mean, it has an inside pocket, but it doesn't have a full zip that closes the bag.
It's not bad.
It is cute. I mean, ever since this bag came out, it was quite at least a lot of influencers had this bag.
Mm.
I thought it was cute. Like, it's very fashionable. I tend to prefer this over the tablier, but then that's just me. What was the question again? I forgot the question. Was there a question?
Oh, the question is what our thoughts on it.
Oh, I like
Thoughts
it.
on the shirt. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
No major branding on it. Subtle.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Yeah, I like that.
Just like this. It's really cute. Like, I mean, I did choose this color to look at, but like, it's just any color, I'm sure it's fine. Like, it is really cute. I do like it. Price wise, how much was it?
How much is it?
4,915 for the medium. So
Ooh.
around 5,600. 5,600 after tax.
5,600. Okay. I won't buy it. I would buy Celine or Bottega.
Yeah.
But then I'm biased. But then again, I am biased against Gucci. The brand's just needs a bit of a transformation. So if I had to rank it, it would not be my first pick at 5,006. I think that money I can buy something else like Bottega, YSL.
Yeah,
Celine.
Bottega would be my pick as well. Like, I mean, you asked for our opinion. I think it's cute because I do remember this bag, and I do think it's aesthetically is very pleasing. If you're asking if we were to buy it, same answer for me. I wouldn't buy it either. But then we are very biased, so don't listen to us.
But I picked other brands. I picked, but I mean, because it's not cheap. Like if you told me, oh, Kat's only 3, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, not too bad, but it's hitting the 5,600 leh. Like 5,600.
It's still on the higher end, right? Like,
yeah, it's on the higher end
at
of
that
pricing.
price range. Anything above 5, you're thinking like, oh, I have a lot of options. So you have a lot to consider.
Loewe.
Yeah, or you could
There's
just pay
another
a little
option.
bit more and get a Bottega, which I think Bottega for me, just the maturity of the, I don't know, the weaving, it is very, very special. Like, that is to me more special than the shape of the Jackie bag. Although maybe also because I'm not into armpit bag either, so that's why I wouldn't buy it.
Prada. I can go through the Rolodex of because 5,000. Yeah, you're right. 5,000 price range, 5,600. There are many options, many options, and Gucci will not be my pick lah. Unfortunately, so sad. Even the Hermes tablier bag is 5,000 range.
I wouldn't buy that one. That is for sure. Like maybe it's looking a little too mature for me too, the bag itself. I'm not sure how I see like this. Okay, the tablier, let's look at it again and then we can end on that. Like the tablier, it's still, if you were to just generally analyze it, like, oh, the shoulder Birkin is also kind of similar. It has a longer strap, and then it's just shoulder, like it's just like a short bag. But the shoulder Birkin is so cool, though. Obviously, we're not talking same price range, but like when I look at this bag, I don't get the same feeling. I look at her shoulder Birkin, I'm like, yes, give it to me. You know, sort of like that. I'm very biased. That's why I don't listen to me. Like I don't even want to buy non-quota bag anymore. So obviously, I'm probably not. If you disagree with what I'm saying, then it's not the right opinion for you. But that's just my opinion, right? Like it's just I don't feel anything when I see this.
I'm kind of thinking, what non-quota bag will I want to add? I have a few, definitely. I have a few.
I
Just
still
whether do
like
I
them. I still like the Boli. Don't get me wrong. It's not completely
Mm,
like never. I will never get anything. But it's more like I am not looking. Like in the past, I would be like, oh, what are the other options if like that's not available? Now I'm kind of like, it feels more of a distraction more than anything else. So better off not looking. But anyway, it was amazing. Lots of people contributing in the comment section. We love that. But yeah, it was a great topic. I think you guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Next week we have a members live on my channel, and yeah, it'll be a nice topic as well. Hope to see you there, and have a great weekend, guys. Bye.
bye.